Gamar Joba. Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining our meeting today. We are happy to introduce you our instructor, Marcin Szeliga. He will be leading artificial intelligence, machine learning, and data science courses during the project. And today you will be able to learn more about his experience, overall about the course, and the certification benefits. If questions arise, please feel free to ask them in comments, and our Georgian support team will manage to answer them. Hello, Martin.
Good morning, Nadezhda. Good morning, everyone. It's my pleasure to be with you today.
Thank you very much for taking time to join us. Some of our students that are watching us already know you in person, but most of our spectators don't know you very well. And please tell us more about yourself, your experience, and how many years have you been working in IT industry?
Okay, so first of all, I'm from Poland. I'm based in south of Poland, and I've been working with Microsoft Data Platform technologies for over 25 years already. So I started on premises, of course, with SQL Server and those additional business intelligence services. And a few years ago, it moved to the cloud, to Azure, and the landscape changed completely. So now, instead of working with a single service, we are using a set of tools, set of services to build those advanced analytics platform. And during this time, I'm mostly trainer and a university teacher, but I'm also a freelancer consultant, let's say. So I've been working with customers around the world, mostly West Europe and Middle East based, actually, helping them to move to the cloud with their analytical platforms. So it was a long time, as you can see. So I had time to write about this Microsoft Data Platform a bit. I'm an author of 6 books directly related to those topics, and numbers of articles and other books as well. Unfortunately, almost all of them are in Polish, so not very useful with the small exceptions. What else? I spent some time in France, in Paris, working for a huge international company there. Also, it was a business intelligence machine learning project. It was called digital transformation. It's a catchy word, but basically it was all about building business intelligence on top of existing systems and helping them moving to the cloud, to Azure. So I'm not only a teacher, but I have a hands-on experience with those technologies, as you can see.
Yeah.
And one more thing, I'm MCT, Microsoft Certified Trainer, because otherwise I wouldn't be able to deliver those classes. But I'm also an MVP, Most Valuable Professional in AI category. I started with data platform, but a few years ago, Microsoft changed my title to AI. So there are 2 AI MVP in Poland. I'm one of them.
Okay, so let's start talking about the first course, which is artificial intelligence and machine learning. According to your opinion, is this course popular nowadays?
Yes, so we are talking about this course 32, yeah, based on AI 102 course and exam.
Yes.
Designing and implementing Microsoft Azure AI solution. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yes, this course is based on AI 100, also quite popular, but this one is way better. I delivered it 2 weeks ago, last time, I think, and the feedback was great. There were a mixed experienced students, of course, but one of them said that I registered for this course to learn how to write a chatbot. Now I know how to do this, so I'm happy. That was my very specific goal, and I achieved it. So it was great. So this course is quite popular. It's focused on cognitive services. So the set of services available on Azure that will help you to enhance existing application with human-based skills, like ability to hear, see, speak, stuff like that. Of course, we are also, as you know already, we are also talking about the front end, like chatbot interfaces. This is more for AI engineers than data scientists, actually. So if you have your existing coding skills, Python or C# maybe, okay, there are two primary languages supported in Azure right now in this area, and you would like to quickly start using AI, those deep learning models, pre-trained models, and learn how to adjust those models to your own needs, this course is great. So it's a lot of business value, yeah.
According to your personal observations, what is the demand for such professionals? Is it high or low or maybe rising?
Well, good question. I have a colleagues who started their own companies in Poland. Now most of them are international companies already, or at least they have customers from all over the world. And the one thing that they have in common is the lack of skilled professionals. It's quite funny, but it's actually not a joke. One of those CEO told me that, yeah, now we are working concurrently on like 15 projects. But if we were able to get more employees, skilled people, yeah, we can easily double this number right now. So there is a huge backlog, yeah, of tasks waiting to be done because there is no people.
Yeah, so we see that the demand is very, very high.
Exactly.
Yes. Let's dive into details about the course, like what topics will be covered and what practical exercises it will include.
Okay. So we enhanced this course a bit. The original course is 4 days course. We will have 5 days to deliver this material. So there will be a time to do a project at the end, like how to implement all this knowledge, those information we are going to gain through this course in practice. But as you asked me about the agenda, so it's like stuff like this. A lot of labs or exercises, because you will have to work with Azure, yeah? So you will provision those resources. You will learn how to use those resources programmatically. Again, C# or Python, two supported languages. But based on my experience, most of the time we are using Python. Yeah, it's more data science, AI-oriented language. And so
yeah, actually, my next question will be, how would you define the prerequisites for this course? Like you said, the Python knowledge, and what skills potential students should already have in order to get the most from this course?
Okay. So yes, coding skills are pretty important. That's true. You don't have to have any experience with Azure. It's of course useful to know how to navigate through the portal, how to use Azure client interface or other scripting interfaces to provision, to manage, to monitor those resources, because we are also going to talk about those things during the course. But a lot of students have no previous Azure experience at all, or even public cloud experience at all, and it's not an issue. At least you should be able to read and understand Python or C# code. If you can write it by yourself, it's even better. Yeah.
Yeah. It will benefit.
Yes,
Okay.
for sure.
Okay. How do you think, why should our Georgian students apply for this course, and what are the core benefits they will get?
Okay, so during this course, you will learn how to apply artificial intelligence to a wide or set of problems, business also real problems. For example, how to process images, not only to read the data, because it's simply OCR, but also to get the structure, so the metadata. So what was the data about actually, automatically, maybe to upload this data to databases, stuff like that. Or how to process images, yeah? How to get the insight, because there is a lot of data right now being used not only in tabular form. Let's take not only social media, but also those IoT, Internet of Things devices, and both are actually growing markets. So the human computer interfaces, because basically we are going to build something like this, are quite interesting and quite popular. There are companies, startups built only on top of this, how to enhance computers or machines with the ability to speak and understand spoken language, natural language processing. So if you, based on this course, you will be able to choose your career path, yeah? And for sure, you will see that it's not that hard if you have right tools, yeah? Technologies like those cognitive services in Azure. So instead of spending weeks or even months to build this kind of solutions, you can proceed quickly. And this is quite important right now, yeah? So there is always no time to deliver.
Okay. What international certificate will our students get after successfully passing the exam at the end of the course?
Great question. So this course is tightly related to the certification. This Azure AI engineer, artificial intelligence engineer associate. So this is the second level certification. So you have to pass a single exam to get this title. As you said, it's an international one. So it provides, it proves that you can actually use those technologies and you can work with them, and you're proficient in English as well, because you know you have to pass this exam in English. So it looks great. I think this is still a relatively new certificate, so you will be one of a few, yeah, having it. A few hundreds are probably right now in East Europe. That's the rough approximation. So I would say that if you are first looking for a new job, new opportunities, that will allow you to be noticed. Yeah, it looks for sure great.
It gives advantage to the person when he applying for job.
Yes.
Okay.
And there is even more, because if you are working for a company and this company would like to become a Microsoft certified partner, those kind of companies have to employ a set number of certified professionals. So now, no, not only if you want to change your job, but also if you want to, yeah, move on inside with the same company, it will help you a lot, because you are a valuable asset.
Yeah. Can you tell more about the exam? For example, does it include multiple choice questions or maybe open questions?
Okay, great. So you can take this exam at home or at your office. That's convenient. And but it's supervised, of course, so no cheating. And yeah, you will majority of those questions are single or multiple answer questions. You will also be asked to drag and drop, so to build a flow, yeah, to adjust some activities in order, but you don't have to type, so no writing code. It's focused very much on the technologies being used. So it's actually valid to have a hands-on experience to pass this exam. Otherwise, you will have to remember all those SDK documentation. It's not practical at all. And you will have probably 2 hours to answer a set of 50 questions and solve a single case study.
And how this certification will help our students in their professional career? Let's name exactly job positions. Like, for example, one student finished this course, and what job position he can choose, for example.
Okay, that's also a great question, because data science is a huge topic by itself. So Microsoft is doing great trying to divide the area of competencies those data scientists into smaller, well-defined topics. And this is called AI engineer, and it's a great name. So our task is not to train those models. That's a data scientist task. Yeah, we are going to apply existing models, enhance those models in practice. So it's more like actually being an engineer, not a statistician. So, but I know it might not sound so appealing, because right now everyone would like to build those models, train models, and this is great as well. This is focus on the second course, by the way. But from the practical perspective, quite often the business, the users, don't want us to develop something that already exists. So we can reuse the existing solutions, enhance and integrate them. So those are very valuable skills, maybe even more needed than pure statisticians and mathematicians skills right now.
Yeah, that was very good remark. Okay, can you share your personal story? When you were in the beginning of your career, how such learning and certification helped you in your career development?
Okay, so that was a long time ago. But actually, at that time, I was working as a DBA. And so I had some time to do those courses actually by myself, and try to pass those Microsoft exams. At that time, to get a title, you had to pass like 3, even more exams to get a single title, single certificate. And I managed to complete all those exams, to pass all those exams needed to be a Microsoft certified engineer, data engineer. And just a few weeks after that, I had the opportunity to take the MCT exam. To be an MCT, you have to pass all those required exams from the area you are interested in. So I successfully passed this exam. I delivered my first course next day. And this allows me to change my career path completely. Actually, starting then, I managed to work for myself. So I'm self-employed. But as I told you, I'm working at university, and I'm working closely with Microsoft Poland and other companies. So that was my plan. And thanks to the certification and the coincidences, yeah, I was lucky. I managed to get to the point where I always wanted to be.
Okay, that's great. Sounds very great. And based on your previous experience in the pilot phase of the project, what would you recommend to all new students in order them to get successfully certified?
Okay. Well, I would say practice. So spend as much time as you can practicing. Just watching those video. There is a lot of AI-based video globally publicly available on the internet, of course. It's great. Some of them are pretty interesting, but you can spend any amount of time just watching, reading, so learning theory, yeah. And at the end, you will get frustrated because you will gain a lot of knowledge, but actually how to apply this knowledge is even more important, yeah.
Yes.
So it's good to know why you are doing something, for sure. It's pretty important, but you also have to be able to deliver, yeah, to use this knowledge in practice. So I would say use those passes, because all students will get Azure passes, yeah, to practice. Use those credits, play with those technologies. You can, I don't know, you can get visibility by taking part in Kaggle competitions. Yeah, why not? Why not to use access to those technologies to get a high rank on Kaggle? It's great, and you can do this easily. You will get well-defined problems to solve, data sets prepared more or less. So this is actually huge. The last remaining part needed was a technology, compute power, and you will get it in terms of cloud. Yeah. Yes. So with this, you're ready to start.
Do you recommend them to attend all the classes?
Interesting question. Those courses are quite different, so they will not overlap at all. So if you still not sure, should I be this AI engineer or maybe a data scientist? Probably the best way to choose is to attend both classes. Based on this, it's just 40 hours, yeah. So probably you can manage to find this time per class. So you will see by yourself which role suits you better.
Okay. So let's move to the second course, data science, and talk more about it. And is it popular? Like my first question was, is it popular also?
I think it's still even more popular. This 33, yeah, designing
yes,
and implementing data solution on Azure. It's based on AI DP100 course, Microsoft official course. The course was not changed since the very beginning, means it was pretty well prepared, yeah, and we enhanced this and expand this course because the base course is just 3 days, yeah, and we have 5. So I delivered this course monthly, I think. So there is a huge demand because, as we discussed this already, a data scientist is a catchy title, yeah. So during this 33 designing and implementing data solution on Azure course, you will learn how to use Azure Machine Learning Service. So dedicated platform to perform end-to-end machine learning experiments, from data understanding through data preprocessing and enhancing, modeling, model evaluation, and quite important, deployment, yeah, because right now it's quite often, it's sad but true, that even in huge companies, people are able to build those models, to train great models, but then they have to wait 6 months or longer for those models to be deployed. After this time, they are actually not so useful or not needed any longer.
Yeah.
So with this, you will learn how to deploy and monitor the model by yourself.
Yeah, that's very good. And let's dive into details about the course. What topics will be covered? Practical exercises included.
Okay. As with the previous course, this one is also tightly related with an exam. Yeah.
Yes.
So the original agenda is one-to-one with the skill set needed to pass the exam, which means that you are going to use Python. So no C# in this case at all. The second supported language is R, but it's way more popular, and Microsoft is actually putting a lot more attention to Python. The exam is in Python, by the way. So you will learn how to provision the resource, the Azure Machine Learning Workspace, how to manage computes, data stores and data sets, how to build pipelines, perform experiments, monitor those experiments runs, how to use AutoML, automated machine learning, which is actually quite great technology right now. Again, is with AutoML, machines are truly learning by themselves. So with very little support from us, we are not guiding them through the algorithm selection and hyperparameter specific optimization. All those things can be managed by machines automatically with great results.
So
Again,
when we talk about machine learning, are we talking about data science course, or we're talking about the previous?
Yes. When we are talking about machine learning, it's the data science, because the data scientist role is to perform those machine learning experiments according to Microsoft those roles that Microsoft figure out. So AI engineer is more closely related to data engineer and DevOps specialist, but we are using those machine learning models. And here in data science, so the designing, implementing data solution on Azure, your task is to train those models by yourself from scratch. Okay.
Yeah, thank you. It's really clear up the things. And from your personal point of view, like how would you define the prerequisites for this course? What skills potential students should already have in order to get the most from that data science course?
I see. Python, but data science in Python actually. So not Python as a general programming language. Yeah, it's not needed actually here at all. But how to use those machine learning libraries like scikit-learn or PyTorch, that would be useful for sure. Because during this course, at least during those original exercises and labs, we will focus on machine learning services in Azure. So you will learn the specific SDK, software development kit. It's actually a huge that will allow you to apply your existing data science knowledge, how to perform an experiment using your local computer and scikit-learn in Azure. And you will see that quite quickly you will gain a lot. You will move from this Jupyter, I'm calling this boutique approach. I'm doing everything by myself, from data collection and experimentation, cleaning, stuff like that. The whole process is based on my Jupyter notebook, which of course works, but it's not the best approach. It's it's hard to automate. It's how to maintain those kind of solutions. So you will learn how to move from this to the experimentation, to DevOps approach, to those pipelines, machine learning pipelines, how to build them, how to monitor the execution of them. And you will see that if you can do it in scikit-learn or PyTorch, it's pretty easy to start using Azure ML SDK to achieve. Yeah, still you are building models, but the technology and the flow is completely different.
Okay. Are there any other prerequisites, like maybe some experience in some working experience, for example?
The understanding of how those machine learning algorithms works is important. It's not needed to pass this exam, to be honest. Yeah, you will just get a few questions related strictly to algorithms. But again, I think it's better to understand what you are doing. Yeah, what's behind the scene. I'm just using this library or this function, but actually how it works. Yeah, why I got this kind of results. It's actually crucial to debug or to improve the model quality, because if you're lucky, yeah, if everything works from the very beginning, well, good for you, job is done. But it's not, when it's not working well, now you have to go back, yeah, and understand why why it's like that. Maybe there were some mistakes, how to find those mistakes, how to adjust those pipelines, data preparation, data quality assessment task. Maybe we made some mistakes during the modeling phase. So this kind of experience is needed. If students have them, it's great. If not, they will get the opportunity to learn. Yeah, because data science, the problem is it's hard to start actually. If you are just a graduate student, yeah, probably you will not get the machine learning project for yourself. So yeah, we can download publicly available data and play with this data, but it's slightly different. Yeah. So you have to start with something, and this kind of experience will help you a lot. Again, you will get this title, this time data scientist, Microsoft data scientist associate. And I think that with this title, your chances to actually be able to take part in real world project would be way higher.
Okay. And what are the core benefits our Georgian students will get from this course? Like you said, it's a lot of knowledge. We see, like in practical project they will be working on. What other benefits you can like define?
I would say that right now the popularity of this approach, machine learning, how to get insight from data that we already collected, rose a lot. So almost all companies I'm talking with, the story is like that. Yes, we have the data, and now it's time to start using this data intelligently. And the starting point, the first point, is to actually check if we can gain something. The truth is that a lot of those machine learning projects ends at MVP or POC, proof of concept stage. That's the story. Just a few of them are actually interested from business point of view, and they are moved to production. But those POC projects, yeah, there is a lot of them. So with this experience with this knowledge that you will gain during this design implementing data solution on Azure, you will be able to perform this kind of POC accordingly to well-established standards. Yeah, so it will look good for sure, and the chances that actually you will solve the problem and you will provide this added value are much higher.
Okay, thank you. And let's talk about the certificate. What is the certificate, and maybe after that we'll talk a bit about the exam.
Okay.
So what is the certificate?
So it's Azure Data Scientist Associate certificate. Again, to get this title, you have to pass a single exam, DP 100. And so it's probably not the easiest exam to pass, but on top of this course, and I don't know, through up to 4 weeks of learning and practicing, I think there will be no issues. If you already know how to write Python code and how to actually organize those machine learning experiments, yeah, as a processes. The exam is focused on technology very much. So there will be questions like how to provision and manage resources, those compute clusters, for example, how to run experiments, and how to train models, how to assess those models' qualities using those technologies. And by the way, you don't have to use SDK. There is a second path available. You can use this low-code approach. So I'm talking about designers, graphical designers. So you actually should be familiar with both, because to get this title, Azure Data Scientist Associate, you have to be able to use both approaches, no code and code first. And then there is a lot of questions actually, how to deploy, and Microsoft is using this fancy term, operationalize machine learning models. So it's not only about, yeah, that's the web server, please use it. And behind this web server is my fancy model, but also how to monitor this usage in terms of prediction queries, so test data, and maybe data drift, because the world is changing, yeah? And the model which worked great last month maybe is not so great any longer. So this kind of things, you can expect a lot of questions about this.
Okay. And what about career perspective? Like what job positions are suitable for the specialist who just completed such kind of course? Okay.
To just before we started this meeting, I saw an announcement from Microsoft that they are looking for data scientists.
Okay.
And they are flexible. You can choose any region in the United States you wish. This is just one example. Actually, as we discussed, not only software companies, but a broad range of companies right now are trying to develop those advanced analytics, or whatever they are going to call it, departments. And yeah, it's good to have a statistician for sure, but it's even better to have a person who can not only understand those algorithms and the math behind the scene, but also is able to deliver those models. Yeah. So I think that, and I don't know any data scientist who is looking for a job. It's the opposite.
And besides data scientists, maybe there are any other job positions? Maybe you can name some.
Sure. Because to deliver this kind of solutions, those intelligence application, or I don't know, getting insight from data hidden in the data, you should work as a team. So there are data scientists, yeah, for sure. There is this AI engineer, but there are also business analysts or data analyst roles and data engineers roles. So data analyst, you can start with this, especially if you have the mathematician background, and you can build those fancy reports. So data visualization will be a huge part of your work, but not just to build those visualizations, but also to tell the story, yeah? Because we are going to use those reports, those dashboards to actually tell the end users something about the data. So this is actually also a valid career path to analyze this data, to build those visualization. It's quite useful to be able to build models because models can be used not only to predict, but also to explain yeah, what's hidden. So I would say this is important and available career path, and also this data engineering, because more and more we are using non-structured or semi-structured data to do something, and you have to enhance the data. So, for example, a Wikipedia page by itself is more or less useless. But to be able to understand what the Wikipedia article is about, it's completely different story.
Yes.
So if you can actually fetch the insight, yeah, and using your models, you will be great as a data engineer because you can enhance data using machine learning.
Okay. How certification of machine learning influenced your own career? Like, for example, when you got this kind of certification, how your career changed?
Okay, so I started to well, learning or playing with machine learning, I don't know, maybe 10 years ago, so not that long, because AI is actually quite old, yeah, more than 50 years already. Yeah. Now it's gaining in popularity. And with this, I was able to publish 2 books about it. So by the scientific publisher in Poland. So now they are used as a course book at universities. And maybe more also because of that, I got a job at the university. Okay,
congratulations that you have done such great work, like writing a book. It's very precious, very, we appreciate this.
Yeah, so I was saying that it's quite popular, yeah. So a lot of people, also among programmers. Of course, some of my colleagues are programmers, and I pretty often I'm getting this question: can we meet, yeah, and talk about how to move from my current position to more AI-oriented position? Okay. Yeah. So it's also the perception of programmers working for years already for the employer that it will be good for them to enhance their skills with machine learning. Yeah. Okay.
And again, the question about what would you recommend to, based on your previous experience in pilot phase, what would you recommend to all new students in order them to get successfully certified? I mean, maybe you will recommend again working a lot on different projects, but maybe something about attendance, like they need to attend most of sessions and ask you questions during the class sessions and other.
Yes. To probably the first goal is to apply to the program. That's the
Yeah.
first step.
Yes.
And the second is to pass the exam. Yeah? So, and based on this, probably you will be fine. So to pass this exam, you should get familiar with the technology, with this Azure Machine Learning service. It's actually quite complex resource. It's a service on top of different resources like storage, compute nodes, clusters, different kinds of technologies being used behind for you automatically, but you have to, manage all those stuff. So the best, asking question during the course is great. The course is mostly labs, actually, at least 50%, probably more. So that's the opportunity to get in touch, how it's working, but it's not enough to pass the exam. Then, it's like learning a foreign language. It's relatively easier to understand what somebody is speaking, but to speak by yourself,
it's much harder.
So that's the second level, So I would say that to pass this exam, you should try to get to this second level as quickly as possible.
Okay. Which can be the next step for students after they take this course? Like maybe another course or?
Okay. That's based on this, probably because machine learning right now, it's a wide area. You can specialize. You can say, okay, I would like to analyze financial data, or because of something, I'm more interested in natural language processing or computer vision or whatever. And those things do not overlap any longer. It's like being a doctor, So there are those specialties, and it's not just a single doctor you are going to ask about advice. So based on this, you can choose the area you are going to work with, and then you can spend any amount of time learning this specific area.
Okay. Thank you very much, Marcin, for taking time to join us today and share your vision and experience with our students. And we hope today's interview will help our audience to make the final decision whether this two courses is suitable for them or not.
Thank you very much, and see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye.